This is going to be a spoiler review because there are just a lot of problems, personal problems, objective problems with this film and just the way it's made, so I had to preface that. This is a spoiler review. Lightyear, let's just say, is crap. Absolutely nothing is entertaining in this new Toy Story spin-off, Lightyear. Now, the one thing I actually can commend this for is before this release, the trailers and everything, I watched basically everything because movie trailers air before every single new release that I watch, and some of them had the Lightyear trailer in them. And the one thing I didn't like was that this was just such an unnecessary film, like a huge cash grab. The intro, the very, very first 10 seconds of this film, probably the most cohesive part of this film, where it actually details why this film was made, saying that it's in 95, Andy got a Buzz Lightyear toy because of his favorite film, and then this is that film. And I did actually really appreciate that. It added context to why this film needed to be made. An okay kind of compliment too would be the acting, the voice actors, Chris Evans and everybody. They did good jobs for what they were given, but otherwise, Lightyear is trash. Absolute woke garbage. Honestly, Lightyear is even worse woke garbage than last year's Candyman. And with that, I will explain. So Candyman, the re-sequel, whatever you want to call it, Candyman was focused on a horror franchise that ended up turning into police brutality against a black man, which I'm fine with movies and stories that are based around police brutality. What I can't stand is when it's designated around not just an individual race, but also just being completely incorrect. I prefaced all of that in my Candyman review. Now, Lightyear is even worse woke garbage in the fact that they have all of these black, gay, LGBTQ characters, and that's perfectly fine. But for one, it doesn't make any sense at all to the story. Why it was in, no idea. But also, this film is literally targeted for kids. There is a specific plot point in Lightyear which is based around Lightyear's friends finding love interest, which is perfectly fine. I don't care if you're insert race, insert sexuality, until it has to do with targeting children. And that is what Lightyear does. It is not a cohesive story. It is just a 1 hour, 30-minute film of targeting children with personal political beliefs. The story did not make any sense at all. It was dumb. It was boring. It was not funny. There were a couple times where I chuckled, mainly from the cat characters' lines. But even then, I would say 1 in every 10 lines, I would chuckle at best. Everything about Lightyear is garbage. Pure woke garbage dumpster fire. Now, the biggest cardinal sin I will have to say, other than the woke LGBTQ agenda and all of that, is, again, woke stereotypes, the plotting and the characters. Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear, who is supposed to be the main character, if you actually watch the Toy Story films, Buzz Lightyear's toy character is an egotistical narcissist until he finally realizes that he does need friends in life. In Lightyear, they kind of have that message, but it's just scattershot all around a bunch of other woke messages, like white male soldier that, because of that, is actually a dumbass, and his commander, black female gay commander, because of that, she has to save the day in every way, shape, and form. And that's why I absolutely hated the first 10 to 15 minutes, the intro, just abysmal. Lightyear, his character was just treated just abysmally just because of woke garbage. And as far as the villain, they had no villain except a giant robot near the end, and then they one-up themselves in stupidity by revealing the villain to be, haha, gotcha, old white male soldier. I won't say who it is, but that's really all you need to know about the story of this film. The story is just centered around a bunch of woke ideologies, just scene for scene. Every single scene just has a bunch of woke trash. At the end of the day, for me, Lightyear is abysmal. Nothing else to say about it. I kept 5-10 minutes of this film. Every 5 to 10 minutes, I kept checking my phone. I was bored, senseless of this film. Even the children, 95% of the audience were children. I did not hear one laugh, nothing. They just kind of sat there watching the film. Honestly, I think the majority of them, if not all of the audience, other than myself, fell asleep, including the children. The guy a couple seats down from me, because it was empty seat, empty seat, empty seat, the guy down from me, when I was walking out, I passed him, he was sleeping. So I just have reason to believe that everybody else in the crowd were just asleep, even the children, who clearly did not like this film even. So I don't understand what Lightyear is made for. Which audience, I don't know, because there were plenty of different types of audience in this crowd. Me, white male in my 20s, other older males, females, insert race, whatever, and then you had little children everywhere, and it didn't seem like anybody had an entertaining time. It seemed and sounded like everybody hated this film. So, shit writing for every aspect of this film just comes down to the shit garbage writing. Overall, for me, Lightyear, I said it's worse than Candyman. Candyman, I gave a 0 out of 10. If I could, I would give Lightyear a negative out of 10 because this is targeted at children, and all the woke propaganda that they have in it is just awful. So overall, Lightyear for me is a 0 out of 10. Thank you.